some things that, you know, I want to start putting in place, and I want other people starting to put these things in place as well, because from what I see, yes, we're good at getting together for, you know, the demonstrations, and, you know, we're getting some good numbers there, but on, you know, a day-to-day, weekly sort of basis, we're scattered. We don't have any sort of centralization. We don't have any sort of meeting ground or somewhere to meet up and speak with each other properly and get to know each other a lot better. All we seem to do is be stuck on Facebook and on these platforms, just trying to keep in touch and keep in contact with each other, Messenger and messaging each other and talking to each other a little bit that way. But nothing beats face-to-face contact. Nothing beats getting together, meeting up, and we need to start doing that, I think. You know, with the Pendragons, I know they've got the regional groups and they put regional groups in place, and I think there's about 60 of us in the Lancashire Pendragons, which is a good start. So, you know, it is a little closed group, but that's the Lancashire Pendragons. You know, we could have ones from Preston, Bolton, Lancaster, down to Manchester, Runcorn, all over sorts of Lancashire area, and we're still not getting together enough. We're not coming together enough. Yes, we might get together for the meetings. We might get together, well, not meetings, but for the demonstrations. But we've got all of these resources. We've got all of these intelligent, free-thinking people, and sharing the stories and sharing things on and off and on and off on Facebook and sharing the news isn't going to cut it. It's not enough. We need to start really getting together, really getting our heads together, and brainstorming properly, training, teaching each other. Because nothing beats a good talk face to face, to teach, to train. You know, there's loads of things we could be doing, loads and loads of stuff we could be doing, and all it takes is a sort of a central location for it, a little hub, a little office space, a little pub somewhere where we can meet up, chat, discuss, write things down, bring bits of paperwork, bring up what they call freaking USB drives and stuff, transfer our information, bring a laptop down, put some information down on the laptop, you know, transfer telephone numbers, transfer information, data, skills. You know, I'm all right at graphic design. I'm all right at it. I'm not great at it. I'm all right with creative thinking. I'm all right with coming up with some different ideas and thinking outside of the box. But I'm not so good at actually going out and doing the things. You know, I need some other people with me to come and help me do the things and to distribute the leaflets that we make. And without a team around you, without the sort of people around you that you need, we're going to be stuck, isolated in little sections, in little tiny bits here, there, and everywhere, and it's not going to work. It isn't. It's not going to work. You know, the Munich Putsch, you know, the revolution. Everything has happened, and they've all started from the pub. All started from a little hub, a little central location where people come, they meet, they get together, they talk, they express their ideas, they debate, they come up with new ideas, creative thought, and it works. That's how it works, and that's how we need to start working things. And I'm not seeing it around here. You know, I'm stuck in shitty Blackburn. You know, I don't really have many people or many folks around here that I can discuss things with and talk things with, and there's not many awake people around here. They're happily asleep. And as soon as you start mentioning, you know, vital issues, they run away. They don't want to be your friend anymore. They can't handle it. You know, I've been dropping some crumbs and laying out some little bits for some friends and things, but, you know, still nothing really moving on with it. So I'm looking to sort of set up a sort of little office space in Manchester, because you've got the Manchester centrist movement. They're doing big things. We've got Joe, we've got Joel, we've got James, we've got loads of people that are out there doing things, working, getting together, making the right moves forward. And plus, Manchester's a lot more populated. There's a lot more people there, and a lot more ears and eyes to see and hear. Yeah, so you've got to start. And I want to lead by example. I want to lead by example. I want other people to see what we do and go, wow, that's the way to do it. That's a great idea. Let's do one in Birmingham. Let's do one in Bristol. Let's do one in Newcastle. Let's all form these little hubs and these little pubs and these little proper physical groups where, you might meet once a week or once every couple of weeks, but you all come together for that time. It might not be everyone all the time, but we've got to get... I tried to do this with the Pendragons, but there wasn't enough people involved. But with the centrist movement, these people are... Kick you off. These people are proactive. They're doing things. They're great. We're going out on Saturday into Manchester city centre to confront the lefties, to confront this Marxist table and confront this Marxist freaking crazy ideology people, and start to put up the other side, the right way, the centrist, the libertarian, the small government sort of solutions to these problems, and just trounce their arguments. Because we will. It's easy to trounce their arguments. And there's some great minds there. And we can share our experience, we can share our knowledge, and we can teach and train others whilst we're there. So if we've got this central location, it can be a little school. We can educate people. We can tell them, give them debating tips, get them, polishing their skills on debates and speech writing and speech making. We can polish their tools on presenting and making them, their own little television presenters like I am. I'm not the best, but I do try to keep you all entertained. We can teach them how to be with the police. We can teach them common law. We can teach them how to not pay taxes, how to clear their debts. We can teach them all of these tools and tricks that we've learnt through our Facebook groups, through our mass outreach, and through a lot of other people. But we want to be able... We're getting echo chambered in Facebook. We're getting stuck in these little boxes, in these little pigeonholes. And we're awakening a few people, and it's great. And we're getting the knowledge spread out there, and people are getting the paperwork together. Great bits of paperwork. The notice to give the police. There you go, Mr. Policeman. You can leave me alone. You ain't serving me with no Section 35. Here's Article 26, or is it Section 26 of one of these policing bills. There you go. Have that. You tried to arrest me, you're getting 14 years. If you unlawfully detain me, you're getting 14 years, mate. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. You're going to leave me alone, Mr. Police Officer. I'm protesting nicely. I'm being a good rebel. I'm being a good lawful rebel. We can get people into lawful rebellion through here, because, you've got to ask 3 people to sign your lawful rebellion documents. Yes, you might have a few friends, but you might not want to unleash this sort of rabbit hole upon your friends. They might not be ready for it. It's a bit or you might be a lonely person that's not got many people around them. We can get these signed. We can get them printed out. If we've got a central hub, we're going to have a central printer. So we can print all the documents. We can print all the leaflets and flyers. We can print anything and everything. We can make those little placards, from this central location. And it's the way forward. It's the pathway forward. And from there, we can start to move on. Because once we've got a little group, a group of 10, 15 people that are coming to the office regularly and doing regular office work, can start to do some regular office work. We can write up and send emails to the MPs. We can smash out emails. We can smash them out substantially. We will start to get a political clout. Because once you start to get a political clout, you've got the groups like For Britain, the Democrats and Veterans, Libertarians, all of these political parties will start to want to come on board, get involved, and start to promote us and promote each other and start to work together. And they might, might even help with funding us, or we might even help with funding them and getting them members. We can all work together on things. But like I said, we need some form of central location. It has to be some form of little base, some little office, something somewhere where we can all meet up together. It could be someone's house. It could be a pub. But it makes, it makes sense. It makes sense to get together, to physically get together, to start to. Because I come up with some ideas. Some of them might be crap ideas, but I've got no one to tell me that they're crap ideas. I came up with a funny little idea that I put on Facebook that we should have a little competition. You've got to write a short story about what's going to happen over the next 2 years. We'll create a little crowdfunder, because with an office we can start to crowdfund as well. Yeah, we can create a little crowdfunder. All you have to do is write a little story about the next 2 years and what's going to happen. And whoever gets closest to the truth after 2 years, boom, where's the pot? It's a funny little game, a funny little competition. And it'll tell us what people are thinking. It will tell us how they see the future, what they see happening, what they see progressing, how they're going to act and how things are going to react. Can you see the magic there? It's a great little concept that I've come up with. But that's my opinion. Somebody else needs to, give me their opinion about my opinion. So then we can start to work on it and polish it and finish it and start to really, get these ideas rolling, get the ball rolling on them and get some work in place, get some things done. And the more I see it and the more I think about it, because with the knowledge that we have, with the knowledge of SESKV, with the knowledge of the Bill of Exchange, with the knowledge of our Bill of Rights, with our knowledge about promissory notes, with our knowledge about the fraudulent banking system, with our knowledge about this, we can really start to help the public. We can really start to wake people up financially, physically better if we have a central office location. Because if we can get people to come to the office and speak to us in person, face to face, it builds trust. It builds trust. It builds respect. It builds a rapport with people. And once we can start to build this rapport with people, start to build this trust with people, word will spread like wildfire. If you could go to the pub and went to this office today and they've done this, that, and the other, and they've done that and this and that. Isn't that amazing? Woo! Where's this office? I want to go there. Boom, boom, boom. It falls into line. It falls into place. And word of mouth is the best way to spread the news, spread the word. Facebook is not good enough. It's not good enough for it. Because how many scams do you see on Facebook? How many PPI bullshit do you see on Facebook? How many freaking clear your debt or consolidate your debt shit do you see on Facebook? All of it. You see loads. And no one trusts it. No one trusts the Facebook ad. Who on earth actually clicks on a fucking Facebook advert unless it's by accident when you're scrolling up it? No one. Only sheeple do. Only stupid sheeple do. So when we're saying big things like we can make it so you never have to pay your council tax again, when we're making these big bold claims and these big bold statements, nobody's going to trust it. People on Facebook, the sheeple aren't going to trust it. But if you go into an office and they sit you down and you have a cup of tea with them and they explain it to you and they explain this, that and the other, yeah, it might be mind-blowing to some people. But it's the people that see the rabbit hole that we want to really go for with, especially with the debt-free lifestyle, getting your freaking birth certificate to be yours and you taking charge of your legal fiction. It's these people that have seen the rabbit hole but want their hand held as they go down it. They're the people we can get. They're the people we can capture. And they're the people that once we get them on board and get them on our side, we'll spread the word like wildfire and we'll stay on our side and we'll come to more rallies and we'll be proud to fly the dragon banner, be proud to stand under common law, be proud to tell it to the friends, and be proud to stand in front of a police officer and say, no, no, you have no authority here. We need to, and it's a great dream, it's a great goal, it's a great way to move forward, and I need to make it happen. That's the next thing. Need to make it happen. Because the scumbags from the freaking council, yeah, I've stopped paying my council tax. I'm part of the common law court. I've taken charge of my legal fiction. I am a man. I'm a living, human, breathing being. I don't have to pay no council tax, motherfuckers. And they sent a letter to my mum's house, threatening me through my mum. Yeah, absolute bastards. So yeah, we gotta, and if I wasn't so awake to it, and if I wasn't so aware to it, and I'd just done it off what I'd seen on a Facebook video, and I didn't know the true ins and outs of it, I might have collapsed. I might have folded. I might have gone, oh, it's a court summons. Oh no, I've got to go to court and represent my legal. I might, you might have done it. You might have folded. You might fucking be paying back into the system. But if somebody's held your hand, somebody's there, and someone's actually there at the end of the phone to be there if you need. That's a bit far, a bit further, but I think once we get this ball rolling, it's gonna be self-sustaining, and I think it's gonna need freaking staffing. It's gonna need some proper manpower behind it as well. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I look to put in place, because it's a revolution. A revolution cannot happen without organisation. An organisation can't happen without people meeting each other face to face, and without people being there together, coming up with brainstorms, talking about things and debating things, and really putting some action behind the words as well. That's to me, it's the most important next step. We're going to these rallies, we're going to these events, we're going to these places, and we're going out, we're showing our numbers. We're going out, we're showing our strength, we're showing our numbers, but then we all disperse. We all go our separate ways. We all go back home. And no one talks to each other ever again. Or we don't really talk to each other much ever again, or we share another post on Facebook. And then we wait till the next one, and nothing happens. It falls on deaf ears. I've spoke about freaking shouting out ultimatums, making a list of demands and holding the fucking country to ransom, because that's what we're going to have to do. They're not going to listen to us any other way. It's simple fact. It's unless we threaten the government, unless we make some valid threats, they're not going to get us. They're not going to listen to us. If we make some proper, valid threat to government, to power, they will listen. Threatening them by the ballot box it's nothing. It's pittance. It's pathetic. It's a pathetic way. Oh well, look at there's a few million of us here. If you have another election, we're not going to vote for you. Well, who are you going to vote for then? Are you going to vote for one of the new parties? Hopefully, yes, we will. But then there's the other freaking umpty-odd million that are still sheep and still asleep, and they'll still freaking vote for fucking Labour or the Lib Con. Yeah. Nice 3-stage picture of... Oh. Completely my artwork behind me. Yeah. Should get my St. George. Should get my little flag out. And little St. George's cross. I got one of those. Get that behind me. Yeah. But yeah, it's the Red Rose. The Red Rose of Lancashire. Lancashire lad. Through and through. Yeah, so where was I? Yes. And through these offices, through the central hub, we can plan, and we can, if we said that, right, okay, on today, we've made this threat, we're going to say we're going to take over government buildings. We're going to go in there and we're going to sit in the government building. We're all just going to sit down. We're all just going to sit there. Sit there, have a cup of tea. Get our thermoses out, get our mugs out, and have a cup of tea. You know, if we've got a central location to start from, instead of a pub, we keep doing that quite a lot. Let's start it at a pub. All right then. Okay, I'm at a pub. Let's get a pint. Then off we go. And the drinking ensues. But if we had a little office or something, you know, we can do that from there. If we want to set up a letter bombardment or an email bombardment, we can do it a lot easier from a central hub, from a central office. If we want to write up some paperwork, if we want to do things to get, to get the ball rolling. If we want to organise events, it's a lot easier to do from a little central office. It's a lot easier to do when you've got a couple of people around you. If we wanted to, if 6 or 4 of us or 8 of us or 12 of us were going down to London in the cars, guess what? If we all were together and we all got our booking done online at the same hotel and we all booked in all at the same time, all at the right place, all together, we'd get a massive discount, and we'd make sure that we were all in the same hotel and we'd all be able to stick together and no one gets left behind. It's little simple things like this. And, organising little events, or, setting up a debate. Set up a debate in a pub, find a little pub somewhere, get a few people, get some phone cameras, a couple of microphones or something, and set up a little, to and fro debate. Bish, bash, bosh, done. So we've got that. We can actually use the little office as a studio. So not only can we make the videos there, have a little interview, have somebody stood there giving it the best that we've got, or have a little one-to-one interview with Anne-Marie Waters or Tommy Robinson when we get him out. He can come and join me. We can make videos. We can have a little studio there. We can also have decent computers there. We can edit the videos, edit the sound, edit the things there. We can use it more as a central hub, so it's not being passed around like Chinese whispers. One location, central. It's a great thing. It's a great plan, and it's a great way to work it. And I see that it will spread. Once other people see the success of ours, they will go, whoa, that's a great idea. Let's do that ourselves. I think the Reality Report guys, I think they've got sort of like a central base, central office. But I'm yet to confirm that. I don't really speak to them that much. They're down in London. We need to get that sort of thing up around here. We need to get the people, the movement. We need to spread the word. And it'll be good. It's like a little studio, so we can have, we can even invite lefties. We can even invite the lefties. We can even invite a frigging Muslim imam if they dare to come. And boom, bang them to rights, hold them up. Well, not, debate with them, properly debate with them in a fully controlled environment. Because now when we're trying to debate them, you saw when Goddard was in London trying to debate that frigging Imam Ishwali, whoever the frick he was. Boom, as soon as he starts talking to him, as soon as he starts asking him questions, boom, 50 muzzies come around him. All muzzies around him, like freaking trying to intimidate him. You go to Speaker's Corner, you see the freaking videos at Speaker's Corner. As soon as you start to ask them questions, as soon as you start to question them and talk to them, boom, hundreds of them gather around you, like trying to intimidate you. Get them in our studio, get them in our offices. They can't fucking do that. We can properly have a debate with them. They have to be... And we can just go, when we can call them out for everything that they can say and broadcast it properly. It's, I hate to say that it's not too late. It's not too late to get this done. We should have been doing this years ago. We should have been doing this when the EDL were marching. You know, we should have been doing this back then. But hey, we stood on ceremonies. We took a step back. We quietened down for a little bit, but now with Brexit, now with tyranny blatantly in our faces, we've got to make a move. We've got to make a stand, and it's got to be us. It's got to be us. And I want to do it. I definitely want to do it. So I'm going to discuss things with the Manchester lot on hopefully on Friday or Saturday. Go there and talk to them. See what we can do. See what they come up with. Doing WWF stuff. No, because they'll be sat there. There'll be a few of us, and one or two or three of them. A few of them. Who do you think's going to win the? Who do you think's actually going to win the fight? They'll get wiped all over. But what will really truly be is when we have these debates with these people, and we saw it on the last time that the Manchester lads went out and they started debating the leftists on the street. That one leftist started crying. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle the truth, and he started crying. This will happen in the studio in front of the live cameras. Of course it will. And the debate will be had, and the debate, their arguments will be completely and utterly trounced, demolished. They have not got a leg to stand on. And if we can do it in a controlled environment, our controlled environment, then there's nothing they can do. It's ours. It's ours for the win. We're going for the win, and we have to go for the win, because as soon as we start going for the win and start going for the jugular, these little lefties that have been brainwashed through the university will see our videos, see how intelligent we are, see our argument, and see how we win every single time. The little lefties that have been brainwashed are going to start snapping out. They're going to start thinking, oh, actually, I've been to uni and I've got a degree, but I'm not smarter than everyone else, am I? These people are smarter than I am. They've got a better argument. They're better with economics than me. Well, they're right. Okay, well, I'll shut up then. That's how it's gonna. That's gonna how it start progressing. That's gonna how it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be like. And yeah, I hope to see that coming through in some of the stories that people write. Because I really want that to start going on. I want that. I want to have that competition. But to have the little central office, to have the little central competition would be a great idea as well, doesn't it? Write a story, just a short story, describing the next 2 years. What you see happening over the next 2 years. Just a short story. Doesn't have to be in too much detail, but a little short story about what's happening over the next 2 years. I'll start a crowdfunder, and then whoever writes the story that's closest to the truth wins the crowdfund, wins the jackpot. And it's gonna It's opened up so many people. It's going to open up people. It's going to open up people's opinions. It's going to open up people's thoughts, their ideas, their plans. It's going to really give us a great aspect of what people think's going to happen. You know, because I've got people on one side saying there's going to be a fucking civil war in the next 3 months. I've got people on the other side saying, oh, religion's going to be gone within the next 20 years. There's going to be no such thing as religion in the next 20 years. I've got other people saying that robots are going to come and take over the world. You know, I've got people saying that 5G is going to be a kill switch and it's going to freaking microwave us all in our sleep. There's so many different aspects and ideas and thoughts out there. I want to see what other people are coming up with. And this little jackpot prize is an encouragement to do it. And but it'd be a lot easier to set up and a lot easier to do from a freaking central location. And I want other people's opinions on it, because I might think, you know, like I said, I might think that's a great idea. I do think it's a bloody brilliant idea. But other people might be able to pick holes in it and say, well, no, because you can't do that because of this, or you can't do that because of copyright laws, or you're stealing somebody else's intellectual property there, or some frigging BS like that, you know, that could shut it down in its tracks. But I don't see it. But you never know. Somebody else's opinion does matter. And what other plans are there? Yeah. If we get the central office and the central location, people are going to be able to be invited to the office. We can speak to our friends. If we've got a central sort of office, it makes us professional. Professionality is what we are lacking. That's it. We are lacking the professionalness. We're lacking this sort of... I know the working class. I know this is the working class sort of revolution. But the business side of things, we're losing out on that. We need to be more business orientated. We need to be more focused, more dedicated, more professional about things. So when we do invite people in from not from the street, but from our friend groups, they come in and they see, wow, a professional environment, and they don't just see some people in a pub having a few bevies and chatting about stuff. No, they see a dedicated office dedicated to doing things. It will switch their minds on. It will make them see the truth for the truth. It will make them see what's actually happening, because everything's about perception. If we can control how people perceive us, because you see us freaking in the streets, waving placards, shouting, screaming, drinking, and it's not the best PR. However, if you came to an office, there was people, not wearing suits and shit, but wearing some decent polos, decent clothes, looking quite well groomed, and being on computers, putting presentations together, and presented with a proper, well-rounded presentation, you'd buy it. You'd join us. You'd go, well, yeah, they're right. Oh, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that. I'll have a look at some of your videos on YouTube. I'll turn off that I'll use the telebox in the corner and the Fire Stick or the Android part of it, and I'll go on YouTube and I'll watch some of your proper videos. And they'll sit there and they'll watch our videos instead of watching the freaking news. We've got this, and I want it to be I want to make it cookie cutter. I want to make it a cookie cutter. So once we've got it set up, we can get the cookie cutter, take it to somewhere else, and imprint it somewhere else. Imprint it in Liverpool, imprint it in Leeds, imprint it in York, imprint it in Bristol, imprint it in Birmingham. Just pop, 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 pop. I don't want to refer it to it as but the freaking Muslims do it. What do you think the mosque is? That's what the mosque is. It's a central business hub location. It's a central location for them all to get together and them all to discuss how to fucking take over Britain. And they're all in, that's what they're doing. So, yeah, I'd love to do it. We can't do it through the churches because the churches, they've got a bit of a bad reputation, and yeah, the big, lovely, freaking freezing cold buildings, and there's no Wi-Fi in them, no computers. So just a little sort of office, you know, it could start. It's going to take a little bit of investment to begin it to start it up, but I think if we put it together as a business, as a sort of a business plan, in some ways a business, you know. I know there's other people in the group and some other people out there that started up their own businesses and know how to get business loans and know how to set up a little office sort of thing. I'm good at setting up a little office sort of thing, but I was, you know, financially backed whilst I was doing it. So it was a darn sight easier than having to approach the banks and approach the establishments and try to ask for a loan off them. No, I had the money, I had the backing. I could just boop, 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 set up the phone system, boop, 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 get the people, boop, 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 let's do it. Hey, keeping morale up, boosting the people, getting everybody a bit bouncing around. You know? But we need some, it's going to need some funding. Yeah, we could start up a little crowdfunder. That'll take a few months, maybe a few years. But if we can put it together as a business plan, you know, I'm sure there's some people in the Manchester group in the Manchester area that have got experience, or even some dragons, or even some people out there that have got experience putting together a sort of business plan, a sort of office business plan that can put this business plan together, that can help us approach a bank or help us borrow some money for it, that, you know, they could instantly fucking write off with a promissory note. If you get where I'm coming from, you know, if we can do that, then we can do that. We could freaking buy the office outright if we could get a mortgage on it. Yeah, and just write the office, write it off. Bish, bash, bosh. Because I know it's done. I know it's possible. I know we're able to do it. I don't have the credit rating to do it, but maybe other people in the group can, and maybe other people in the area can. It will work. And if we can get it to do the financial side of things, if we can do it to write people's debts off, if we can do it to write people's mortgages off from the central office, boom, we are taking down the system in a big fucking way. We are saving the working class of this country, getting them away from renting, getting them into property, getting them having an owning and actually having the deeds to their property and their full ownership of their property, including their cars as well. You know, proper things like this that I know can be done, but I'm not 100% sure on how. But we get together, we get in the office, we research it, we talk to people, we get it all banged to rights. We get the templates put in place. We get the process put in place. We get a solicitor on our side, or we can. You know, there's gonna be a little solicitor fresh out of freaking uni that's gonna be chomping at the bit to come and work for us. I can guarantee you that, especially in Manchester. He's going to have some student loans to pay off, some hefty student loans to pay off. And if we can help him do that, we can help him do that, you know. And then we've got a solicitor on board, a solicitor on side, and we can teach him. He's been learning friggin'. We can teach him how he's learned fuck all over the past 2 years. And he's wasted all his money because all he needs to actually learn is proper common law. Hey, you know, and contract law. We need to get learning proper things. And hey, hopefully, we have this meeting. Hopefully, we can get things together. Hopefully. I hate to say hopefully, because it's good to hope, but you've got to do. You've got to pull your finger out. You've got to go and do it. You've got to be a man of your word. Now I'm putting it on camera. So I've got to go and do it now. Got to go and do it. So, yeah. If anybody's got any other thoughts or any other ideas, any other bits and bats that they can add to this, please throw them down in the comments. Because, I'm full of ideas, but they're my ideas. I've not had to had any critical thought on them yet. I think they're good ideas. I think I'm an evil genius. Well, I do have an IQ above 140, but it's all good. So, anyone? Any comments? Any ideas? Any other extra ideas? Any ideas that you've had out there in the wide world? And remember, no idea is a bad idea. The only bad idea is not telling people about the idea. It's keeping the idea to yourself. That's the only bad idea. Well, if no one's got any comments and no one's got any other ideas, I'm going to end it now. I'm going to leave me to it. Leave me to it. Hopefully, I'll be coming back on Monday's programme, giving it the big I am. That we put things down, we put things in writing, we've got thoughts and ideas and proper things in place. And hopefully, we're going to start moving forward. Rapidly moving forward. Because the 23rd is just around the corner. Yes, we're going to be out there. Yes, we're going to be showing our numbers on the streets. Yes, we're going to be protesting. And yes, I'm going to be there. And I'm going to get a megaphone and I'm going to start shouting, we demand. We demand, we demand, we demand. So did he turn to the left? Or did he turn to Islam? Hello, goodbye. Oh, hello, good night. Yeah, your friend in Manchester, was he surrounded by lefties? Or because there is quite a big Muslim place. I know that. You head out of town and you just see all these fake, dodgy freaking shops. The police don't do fuck all about it. They're either selling stolen goods, selling fake goods, or they're selling freaking rip-off goods. Dodgy shit. And you see loads of them, people freaking toing and throwing and jostling about them. And they're clearly selling fucking fake goods or stolen goods. And the police do nothing about it. Yeah. But there's also the uni side of Manchester as well, which is it's a university, isn't it? It's full of jumped up, stupid lefties. You know, they're so freaking confident now. They've got a Marxism stand in the city centre. Yeah. It's I understand, Michael. Especially if it's Islam. You know, I've got friends telling me that I'm going out of my mind. I've got friends telling one of my closest, bestest friends tells me, you need to go and get help, mate. You're going out of your mind. You're going crazy. I'm like, no, I'm awake. I'm aware. I've read the Quran, the Hadiths, and the life of Muhammad. I know exactly what they're fucking doing here. And I can't stand it. I ain't freaking standing by. I'm not letting it fucking happen. This is what they're doing. And he's in Greater Manchester. Yeah. You know, there's areas around. There's ghettos, enclaves, no-go zones, and if you get stuck in one of those, I don't feel. I'm in a little bit of a little pearl, a little white area, surrounded by blackness, darkness, surrounded by Muslimness, and I don't feel comfortable walking around town at night. I won't feel comfortable walking from here to 10 at night. Not a chance. I won't feel comfortable. You know, I walk into 10, there's Palestinian flags flying. I have to go through a proper no-go zone to get into 10. And then there's, it's just... I know it's no, but it's not paranoia. It's well placed. What's the word? Uneasiness. It's well placed. It's not fear. I'm not afraid. I'd just rather not fucking pour oil on a fire. I'm smarter than that. And one man by himself, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. It's, no. I've been attacked too many times to know walking around by myself. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. But it's all by design. Remember this. The design was to destroy our communities. The design was to make us lonely, to make us feel fucking we have to make our own enclaves, make our own ghettos to repel their ghetto. If you get what I'm saying, the establishment has done this to us on purpose. So if you know, there's the two things, there's the two ways about it. You can try to be asleep and try to let it go away and try to hope it goes away. Try to ignore it or bow down to them. Or you can wake up and you can rise up and you can do something about it. However, it's difficult for one man to go out and do something about it. That's why I'm so pissed off in Blackburn. I can't see any fucker else doing it. You know, I see a lot of people with their head in the sand, just hoping that it goes away. And a lot of us have been browbeaten to freaking ignorance by this fucking term racist. But hey, life's life. Life's life. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're right. We're righteous. We're the truth. We will win. It's that simple. The truth will always prevail. The right will always win. And yeah, I'm going to write my story as well. I'm going to write my story of my prediction over the next 2 years. I'm going to put that in the pot. Hey, it's going to be raw. It's going to be put in a sealed envelope. So just so you know, I'm not one of those cheeky buggers that's going to write. That's going to wait for 2 years, write the story really, really quickly at the end and go, oh, look, I got closest to the winning and I win the whole pot. Thank you. Hey, I'm not the national lottery. You know. But, yeah. So I think I'm going to leave it here for the evening. It's been a good one. But there's the plans. There's the ideas. Got to start getting things together because from a central location, other central locations will breed. Other central locations will become more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And then pubs will be able to start talking about things properly. And people will start to be able to freely speak in the pubs and freely speak and talk about whatever they fucking want and truly be able to say things. Because you can see it's a danced around subject. It's an eggshell subject. People are walking on eggshells in the pub. So, I can't talk about Islam. Oh no, I can't talk about this. Oh no, I can't talk about the secret societies and the establishment. Oh no, I can't talk about politics in the pub. I can only talk about football. Football way. Shit like that. Yeah. It's one of those. The more people we get together in different locations, I'd like to start setting up these offices, even in little towns like Clitheroe or Ramsbottom or Runcorn or just little towns like that. Rotherham, Rochdale, We need to set freaking offices up in those little towns. But if we do it as like a dragon or a centrist movement, so we've not already been slandered and labelled as racist, the Muslims aren't going to come and fucking raid us or straight away. We can start to get the word out there and get the strength behind us. Because, if we set up a For Britain office in Blackburn, it'd get torched, it'd get burnt down. Something bad would happen. Something bad would happen. Most definitely. Most definitely. If I stood for as an MP in Blackburn, not a chance. Not a chance. I get knifed. I get killed. Definitely. But, even in Rochdale or Runcorn or Rotherham, these places have got Muslim enclaves. And if you put set up a For Britain campaign office in those towns, you know what the frigging the Islamists are like. You know what the fundamentalists are like. And even the moderates are fucking like, And you got the stupid lefties that you saw the political hustings. They tried to have a political debate. And then you got all the stupid lefties going, me, 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 like freaking retards. Yeah. Oh, we're standing up against Islam. Oh, well, you're a racist. Well, what race is Islam? The brown people. You don't like brown people. Fucking shut up. Right, anyways. We're done. We've had a good one. Had enough. More ideas, more thoughts, more plans will be put in place. Harder, faster, stronger, better. No fucking surrender, ever. Hey, pork.